Hi, good afternoon and Happy New Year. Welcome to season 17 of Asaph Cafe. I'm Rainbow. I'm extremely honored to be hosting this show today on the request of lovely Asaph.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you, Rainbow.
Thank you. And at my request, we have the backdrop of one of my favorite singers, Bob Dylan. We're going to talk a little bit about him today.
Yes.
Oh, and here comes Emmett.
Come on in, Emmett.
Sorry, I'm late.
We're already starting. Just get yourself ready.
Emmett.
Oh, are you starting already?
Oh yeah.
We just
decided. We just started just now.
Wonderful. I'm gonna go get
So
it.
you're getting you're coming in. It'll give it more flavor.
Yeah.
And there's your can for you there.
Oh, thank you.
Happy New Year, Emmett.
You too.
So go ahead.
We're going to be talking a bit today about Bob, and we've got some other things to talk about. Monty Hall, Stan Lee. Asaph has a record, hopefully, that he made.
Yeah, and I'll talk about the history of that record a little bit.
Well, that would be good, and we hope to get to hear that. So let's see a little.
But we're on the set. We're on the set of Bob Dylan right now, and I know that's your favorite performer, and he is synonymous with the 1960s. You know.
Yes.
I think. In fact, if you were to go in the dictionary, in my opinion, and look up the 1960s, they should have Bob Dylan's picture there.
Yeah. They might.
Maybe one day. Yeah, I mean, I know there were other performers of the 60s, you know, like Peter, Paul and Mary and Joan Baez and Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin and all the rest of them. But I think that Bob Dylan probably is the most iconic, wouldn't you say? Recognizable.
Yes. Well, also, okay, so I think kind of started out with Woody Guthrie.
Yeah, I remember.
And then with the whole folk music, and then there was a Peter.
Peter, Paul and Mary?
No, there was this other guy, and I might.
Pete Seeger? Was it Pete Seeger?
What's his name?
Pete Seeger? You talking about Pete Seeger?
Yeah, Pete Seeger, and then Joan Baez.
Yes.
Arlo Guthrie.
Arlo Guthrie, yeah.
And those were the big people back then. And I was living in LA at the time, and at that time there was a lot going on that's kind of going on right now, civil rights and human rights, and everybody, lots of changes in the world, and so they were writing a lot of songs about that. And
I think they were writing songs about the era and the things that were going on, not necessarily the movement yet, just the way the times were then, if I recall.
Times they are changing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, that's okay. We're just talking, Emmett. You can either sit next to me or stand behind me.
Hold on.
So let's just finish. So anyway, the times were changing, and they were writing. From what I understand, they were writing about the things that were going on at that time and stuff like that. And the rest is history.
Yeah. So let's see. Well, I have a little story to tell.
Sure. You want to turn that down just slightly,
sure.
just a tad bit to your left. Okay.
So I get really excited about, because music has been like, it's my life. You know, I'm not a performer of any kind, you know, or anything like that, but I just have always loved music and been a big groupie and gone to as many concerts as I can, and the thing that, because folk music I love so much, and
it's beautiful music, folk music. It really is.
And I got to meet Joan Baez when I was 14.
Really?
Yes.
You never told me that story.
Yes, I did.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Emmett, you can stand behind me if you like, or have a seat.
Yeah,
To your
hold
choice.
on, but I just cannot. I don't have 10 hands. I can't do everything at one time, and I have
Don't
to get
worry
my
about it.
Kleenex.
Take your time. Go ahead. So you met her when you were 14.
Yeah. Okay. So when I was in junior high, I was friends with a singer, and she had an agent.
Okay.
She did concerts, and all the concerts that So all the concerts that her agent booked, we got VIP passes to. And at 14 years old, we get to go backstage and meet people. So anyway, I went backstage, and Joan was actually having a press conference. There were political people there and news people, and I raised my hand, and I don't even want to tell you the question I asked because I'm really embarrassed because
Okay.
I mean, it was my she asked something, and I
So was this like in a back room and not like in a concert?
yeah
After the
concert,
performance? Okay.
after her concert she had a question. And so anyway, that was my thing that I thought. But then later on, not too much later on, I had a daughter, and we went to see Arlo outside
Okay.
at an outside concert in the summer. And
We'll pray in a moment.
I kind of think, Arlo does these long stories with his songs.
Yeah.
And he was up there and he's telling me a story. Go up there. I encouraged my daughter. She ran up there and she got to sing while he told the story.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so here's two folk legends, right?
That you got to
My-
meet,
my
and talk
family.
to. Mhm.
Well, then, my grandson here in Missoula, he's walking home from the skate park.
Uh-huh.
And Bob had just gotten done with one of his shows and is walking down the path somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess Ben was, I don't know, 11 or I can't remember how old he was. He was young.
Okay.
And he comes home and he goes, Grandma, guess who I met? I go, who? And he goes, Bob Dylan. I'm like, what? What? I was like freaking out. I go, what happened? And he's like, oh, I'm walking down the path and I hear this. And he does the voice. I can't do the voice, a raspy voice. Hey, kid.
Hey, kid. Yeah, I can't do it either.
What's your name? And he says, Ben. And Bob did a little knuckle bump.
Yeah.
And I go,
Fist bump, yeah.
and I said, Ben, do you realize? He goes, yeah, Grandma, you brought me up. I realized it. And he was like, not a big deal.
Well, from his point of view, it probably wouldn't be as big a deal as it is someone like you and I. So, Emmett, you want to... go ahead.
Three
Three people.
The three.
Well, let's catch up to date.
Yeah, Heavenly Father, and Jesus bless our coffee and our time together. Please heal my allergies, because Lord, as you know, I'm in the midst of my legendary allergy attacks. Just came on that comes over, and please heal me, oh God, in Jesus' name. Bless
I'm
our
in
time.
agreement. Okay, let's catch up to date. First of all, this is season 17 of the cafe.
Yep.
Rainbow is hosting today.
Wonderful.
And also, it's a brand new year. You want to wish the television audience a happy new year?
Happy New Year, everybody. Yep.
How was your
Oh, very nice.
How was your Christmas, first of all, Rainbow?
Ouch!
Quiet, nice, quiet.
Good.
You been in a pot of chili?
All right, and your New Year's? How was your New Year's?
Oh, I just stayed at home. It was nice and quiet.
Ow.
I don't go out on New Year's.
Yeah, I was supposed to perform on New Year's Eve. I declined.
Oh,
I usually make it a rule not to
yeah.
perform or go out on New Year's Eve
Yeah.
because it's so wild and
Oh,
crazy,
yeah.
you know?
You know, I've never understood why anyone would want to stand outside in absolutely freezing weather in New York just to watch a ball drop.
Okay, Scrooge, nah.
Well,
I was there in real life. I was
Whoa.
there in 1985 for 1986, you know.
Yeah.
I was at Times Square in New York for real, and I actually watched the ball drop for start 1986, and I could see Dick Clark where I was at the time because he was hosting the Rocker Eve.
Oh, wow.
I didn't get to meet him and talk to him, but I could see him because I was close enough.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I got to see him. Yeah, it was pretty cool to see Dick Clark because like, you know how Bob Dylan is synonymous with the 60s? Well, Dick Clark is synonymous with the ball dropping.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah. And
And
so...
American Bandstand.
I
Yeah,
didn't even
that's
see
right.
it this year. I went to bed at 10:30. I decided I just didn't. I was woken up by the fireworks and I realized, is it after midnight?
Yeah.
That's what I did. Then I turned on the TV. It was 2 minutes after midnight, so I missed the ball drop. But I put my calendar up on the wall. Realized, yep, it is. 2019. I thought, should I have a glass of wine to celebrate? No, I'm tired. I want to go back to bed.
Yeah. Before we have Rainbow finish,
Yes.
I wrote this when I was 22
Oh,
years
wonderful.
old. This.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna play it?
If Scott can make it possible, we'll do it. But anyway, as I was saying, Dick Clark is synonymous with the. They call it the crystal ball. The
Yes,
ball
yes.
draw.
Yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year.
Yeah,
That's
and then
on all that.
when it falls, you can actually see the new year if you're.
Yes.
Well, they show it on TV now.
Oh
too,
yeah,
the cameras
thankfully
go
they do.
south.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
and there was
wow.
500,000 people the year I was there.
Wow.
Yeah.
But this year, in 2019, I think they said it was an estimated 1 million people were at Times Square.
It's just and the crowds, and it just would drive
Well,
me.
no,
insane.
it's sectioned off, like
Okay.
snaked off. You know,
Uh-huh.
they have it set.
I would, I would have to, if I was in the neighborhood, I would have to go.
Oh, yeah.
At least one time, you know.
Yeah, that's just like
Yeah.
when David Letterman was doing his show. I have family in New York, and I love them dearly. But they didn't. No one would want to like go see Letterman. It's amazing. They live in the place where
Yeah.
Letterman is, and then nobody goes and sees him. And I was
No.
visiting New York. I was like, "See you guys."
So did you go see Letterman?
I didn't get it. I tried to, but I couldn't get in. But I made the attempt to go see him. You know, it's. I guess what I'm saying is, it's amazing a person can live in a place and yet not go. Like, you know, say you live a mile from Disneyland,
Yeah.
yet you
I
don't
did.
go to
I
Disneyland.
did. I lived in LA and never went to Disneyland until I moved away. But
Yeah.
we went to Knott's Berry Farm every week, though.
Oh,
I mean,
that
not
was
every
fun,
year,
Knott's
every
Berry
year,
Farm.
Every year we went. Yeah.
Well, I've been to Knott's Berry Farm and Marriott's Great America, the one that they had in Santa Clara. And that was a lot of fun because it has the Warner Brothers cartoons like this tie I'm wearing. You know, what is it? The Coyote, Yosemite Sam,
Yeah.
the Roadrunner. Yeah. And they had this ride called the Tidal Wave at the time.
Uh-huh.
It's probably primitive now in
Yeah, yeah.
2019, but at the time, it was this giant roller coaster where you sit and it would just instantly take off and it would do this loop, literally around 90 feet up in the air, and then it would go backwards,
Oh.
and then it'd come back up and then stop, and your stomach would be like
Yeah.
way
I
up.
used to could do that. I can't do that.
Yeah, I don't
hate
think I can
roller
do that
coaster
anymore,
rides.
too.
I-
Not at 60
yeah.
years old. I think my stomach would just be like out of my
Yeah, I know.
body
Bungee
or
jump.
something.
I'm terrified of heights, so there's no way
No, I don't
don't
think
even
I'll
go on
bungee
rides.
jump,
I
no.
don't like rides. I've never been on a ride, never want to be.
You've
Well,
never
it
been on
was-
a ride?
No, I'm scared of heights. I'm terrible. Never even on a Ferris wheel. I'm scared of
Oh,
heights.
Ferris
Well,
wheel.
it goes by so quickly, you know.
Well,
Like
doesn't matter to me. I mean,
I can go on one of those roller coasters, the ones where you're really strapped in really good.
Yeah, you're strapped in
Yeah.
pretty tight, so
Yeah,
you
I
it
can
just
do
it's
that.
like the G forces, you know. You just
maybe if you paid me $10 million, I'll go one time on a roller coaster. That's it.
yeah, but so I guess have you ever been to an amusement park of any kind?
Only a fair, but not an amusement park. No.
Well, Knott's Berry Farm was pretty cool because they used to do the Western shows. I don't know if they do that anymore.
I don't know, but yeah, those were cool.
It's
You
like
go,
30, 40 years
Yeah, yeah.
ago where
and
I
when
was
you're
there.
a kid, you think it's really happening. You know, the robbery or on a stagecoach.
Yeah,
or-
that's right. And
Yeah.
it was just so fun.
Yeah. Well, I went to this Catholic school across the street from MGM Studios when I was
Oh.
a kid.
Okay.
I don't know if MGM Studios is still there, but I don't know. This is the 60s, but so
Yeah.
I went to school with these childhood actors, and and they also filmed movies in the church that was on our school ground because it was right
Okay.
there, you know. So,
Uh-huh.
yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Good for you. That's a good childhood
living
memory.
in LA in the 60s was cool because that's back when Hollywood was, you know, ooh.
Really Hollywood, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Had
yeah.
that awestruck, you
Yeah.
know, whatever,
Yeah.
you know.
And my dad, he was a plumber, and he at the time, and he did plumbing to all these stars' homes in Hollywood, and on the Sunday afternoons, you know, that's back when you'd take a Sunday drive, and
Yeah.
he'd take us up in the station wagon, and I did, you know, and we'd go cruising around Hollywood looking at all the homes.
You know, I was just thinking, yeah, I used to look at the homes too. They're pretty nice. Rodeo Drive, I believe it is. Yeah. You know, it's funny. They call it Rodeo Drive on the
Uh-huh.
on the good side of LA, and then when you get to the hood side, it's called Rodeo Drive. just a bit of trivia, you know.
I didn't know that, but that makes sense.
Yeah, they call it Rodeo Drive instead of Rodeo Drive, so just a little history.
Yeah, well, some of those fancy homes in LA, the suburbs of LA, where they have swimming pools and several, a room
Really
of homes,
fancy, yeah.
I think the National Geographic should take a reporter and ask how these people live and film how these people live. I mean, it's something that you and I will never experience.
Well, they have
probably
high
have
salaries. They're probably, like professional actors, directors, writers, authors, those people that make like probably millions a year.
It's just unbelievable.
There's some really nice homes in Utah also.
Oh yeah,
I would imagine so.
Some money over like they used to be called Park City. It's a ski resort. I think it's called Deer Valley now.
Yep,
There's a lot of actors that live up there, and they have some really nice homes there too.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking if you'd like to model your outfit, stand in front of that camera, you can. Let the audience see.
The camera adds
Okay, well,
30 pounds, right?
never mind. Well, or at least you don't have to do that. It was just a thought. I'm gonna model my tie too after you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, by the way, how was your Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays? What did you guys do?
Well, mine, I have a tradition. Louise, my friend, ballerina lady, she and I always spend Thanksgiving together.
Oh, nice.
We go to the Montana Club, and they have like stuff.
Oh.
And they had this, they had a traditional Thanksgiving meal, but they also had this other meal. I think it was like prime rib or something.
Oh, yeah, they
like
do,
that,
yeah.
And it was fun.
Oh, nice.
So that lasted me a few days.
Wonderful.
You can't eat all that food at once.
No, you can't. No. Well,
and they had this killer cheesecake that just make your mouth
I always get
water.
too full to eat dessert.
Oh, yeah, same here.
Well, see, what I do is I eat a little bit and then just rest and then have some dessert.
I'll make it an all-day thing, yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Emmett?
Well, I went to mass on Thanksgiving morning,
Okay.
and Fuddruckers was having a free meal for anyone who didn't have any. So from 10 o'clock to 2 p.m., there were free shuttle buses that went down there. So I had my Thanksgiving dinner as breakfast.
Good for you.
Because it was at 10 o'clock, and I would take the bus. Kind of strange, but I had, Fuddruckers, did the whole thing, and they even gave me leftovers. Oh, that's my water,
I'm sorry.
They even gave me leftovers to take home.
No,
Unfortunately, they didn't have a Star Trek The Next Generation marathon on BBC America. I was looking forward to that, but they didn't have one. But then as far as Christmas, I just went to Christmas Eve Mass,
Good.
And then Christmas Day, for Christmas dinner, they didn't have one at Fuddruckers, but one of the bars here in town, very nice just down here, had Christmas dinner with all trimmings for everyone that wanted it, and I was able to get in.
Charlie B's?
Yes.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. And
go ahead.
I even had some whiskey. So Christmas dinner with a couple of glasses of whiskey, perfect.
Yeah.
Then I went home.
Good for you.
So
And mine, I spent it with a lady named Sally Hughes, wonderful lady. She and her family. And she had a guest over too, so that was fun.
Were there any kids?
No, just a handful of us.
I always want to be
older
around.
folk.
I want to be around little kids at Christmas.
Oh, yeah,
It's
I
been
know.
so long.
Well, Sally's children are all grown and so on. But what was interesting about this Christmas dinner, her husband crock pot style, the turkey and the ham. So it probably took several hours.
That's
but it was so
delicious.
tender that it felt instead of traditional in the oven, they did it in the crock pot. So
It's
well,
delicious.
a giant one of those big giant ones. And
Together?
Yeah.
no, I think they did it separate or something.
Yeah,
so it
that
was
would be weird.
yeah. But it was very good. So
New Year's Day, I just went to Mass, Holy Day of Obligation, Solemnity of Mary, the Mother of God, and of course I watched the parade first.
Yeah, I looked at a little bit of the parade. That's always fun, the Rose Bowl
Oh, I
parade.
love that. Every year that's been a tradition since I was a little kid. I love the Rose Bowl parade. So beautiful. And then, of course, on Sci-Fi, they had a Twilight Zone marathon that I just love. So,
okay. And let's see, what did I do?
New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, too. Just wonderful. Those were great shows, if you ever liked that show. I loved it.
And then Kevin, I have a friend named Kevin. The guy, Her Burgers, they call him the shoe guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a new fiance, and they invited me over for New Year's Eve. So
Wonderful.
her name's Kate. So just a wonderful lady, and they're a wonderful couple. They're getting married this year. So
Wonderful.
Are you gonna play at their wedding?
I told them even if I don't play at their wedding, I still want to just
Oh,
witness
yeah.
it. You know.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But that's what we had some fun, and they had like a German dish. It's called see if I can remember it. Cheese puffs or something like that. It was like this. It's like this dough, like dumplings, and it had like cottage cheese, I believe, and onions, and then they had like a little sausage on the side.
Good.
Sort of a German dish, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what I did for my New Year's
Oh,
Eve,
good.
Yeah.
and my Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Eve. So I had a blast,
Wonderful.
and I'm glad you had fun too.
Well, my Thanksgiving was kind of weird, but it turned out okay. I made 2 chickens.
Oh, good.
And together in a roasting pan. You know, I didn't want to do turkey,
Yeah.
but I invited 2 people, and one got sick, didn't make it, and then
Oh.
the other one came over early
Mm-hmm.
and brought a friend, and kind of made some food on my stove before I started cooking, and then he's like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna go. So,
Oh, okay.
so I had these 2 chickens. So I made soup, I froze some. We were eating chicken for a while.
Well, I like your cooking. I've had your
Oh,
cooking. It's
thank
very
you.
good.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah. Teresa invited me over once, and I
Wonderful.
had
Oh, I
dinner
made
over
soup,
there.
I bet. I
Yeah,
bet I
it
made
was. It
soup.
was a soup, if I
love the
recall.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it was very good too.
Wonderful.
Very good from what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
I made chili for Christmas, and Ben made cornbread.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
And what about New Year's Eve? How was that?
I don't really celebrate New Year's Eve.
Oh,
I did go.
yeah.
I did go with a friend. I worked. I actually worked, and then I got.
You talking about your job? Work job?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I didn't think anything would be open on New Year's
Yeah,
Eve.
they
Oh,
were
there are a
open
few
10
things.
Oh.
And so then my friend came and got me. We went and had a beer and a Bloody Mary, and then I'm like, I want to be home before it gets dark.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
wanna-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, I can go to the bar any night of the week, and I do
Mhm.
go to the bar 3 times a week. You know, I'm gonna leave that one night
Yeah.
for the amateurs that
Yeah.
only go out once a year and don't know how to handle their alcohol. Plus, all the cops are out.
Yeah,
Oh,
see,
yeah.
that's why I canceled that performance on New Year's Eve because of what you're talking about. Because you want to like enter the new year, and I don't want to have a issue or a problem on the first day of the year.
Boy, absolutely.
I did want to go to Karis Park.
Well, that sounds
They did
harmless.
a peace ceremony and they lit candles.
That's
They
good.
did?
But it was so cold.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Just like, answer your question about how people can be out in the cold in New York. When there's so many people there, you don't even feel the cold.
Really, huh?
You really don't. If you have
Of course, you're all
500,000
excited,
people, you're excited and you're
Yeah.
looking at the entertainers, and you're not feeling the cold.
Do they have porta potties? What if you have to go
Yeah.
to the bathroom? That's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
they're all strategically
Well, thank
set.
heavens
around
of that,
there
you
and
know.
So on. Yeah. But can you imagine 500,000 people the year I was there?
I'd be driven crazy, you know.
And then when the ball dropped, you couldn't even hear yourself think when people were screaming and the confetti
Yeah.
all over the place. And
Well, you know how I said I like going to concerts, right?
Yeah.
Well, I do. I mostly like outdoor kind of mellow concerts.
Mhm.
Well, I worked that Pearl Jam concert.
oh, you did.
I did. I registered voters. I got one. They
Uh-huh.
only made 200 of the T-shirts I got, so I got in free because I
Okay.
worked for the Pearl Jam.
You mean their
their-
recent concert here in Missoula?
Uh-huh.
that they did? Okay.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'll tell you what, that was too big of a concert.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was crazy.
Well, I heard it was packed.
It
Yeah.
was
I heard they
so
packed the
packed.
house. I'm not surprised.
I don't even like Pearl Jam.
Yeah, but they're very popular.
Don't
though,
say
so-
that in Missoula.
Yeah. don't-
Yeah. Oh, and I also don't like Soundgarden, and I don't like Nirvana
And
either.
he doesn't like roller coasters.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do with you, Emmett?
We do know what you do like.
Punk rock and easy listening. Yep.
There
And
you
washing
go.
machines.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, we did a cafe in a
I
laundromat.
saw that.
Did you see?
That was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a highlight
It
last
just
year.
came to mind. I was like, Emmett's into the washing machines.
Yeah,
Let's put ourselves on a laundromat.
I loved it.
It was funny. It was
I
really
I
funny.
loved it.
Hey, Emmett, have you been back to read poetry?
No, I haven't yet. I just haven't had much money. I'm becoming kind of busy. I like to drink with everybody. Yeah, maybe I'll do it one day.
Well, let's see. We should do it Monday.
Perhaps I'll think about it. Yeah.
Do me a favor, Emmett.
What?
Ask if Scott can make it possible to play this record on the
All right.
cafe.
Hold on.
I'm gonna check.
Let's see what time. Yeah, let me check the time. Whoa, half hour's gone by already. So when it gets 10 before the hour, we can stop.
Okay. Is there anything you wanna? Oh, well, we want to do this.
Oh, well, I mean, if it's possible. If not, I'll just talk about the history, and then we can talk about these other people here
Okay.
too, and just focus more on Bob Dylan. Those are wonderful Bob Dylan memories you have.
Yeah, and I did get to. I didn't ever even get to see him in concert.
Neither have
until
I. I've never
moved
seen
here.
Bob
I
Dylan.
did see him here.
It won't be possible, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Okay, well, we can just talk about it.
Can you?
No, there's no way to do it. I mean,
I've been
Yeah,
seeing
we don't
it.
even have a record player here. I have a
Yeah.
record player at
Oh,
home.
It's you're playing the piano. Is that it?
no.
Sing
This
it?
is, I used to play the trumpet.
Trumpet. Okay.
This is a trumpet song, and then on the other side of this, the guy that put it together, he's singing the vocals.
Mm-hmm.
He's singing the song actually, and I just did some stuff in the
And
background.
is it
Interesting.
actually funk? It says funk rag. Is it actually funk?
Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, you might say that. I'll just have to
Love
play it for
funk.
you on the computer or
Yeah.
something when the show's
Mhm.
over.
Yeah.
But anyway, the name of the group that I played with was a group called the Dred Scott Review,
Uh-huh.
based on the African American slave of the 19th century.
Uh-huh.
That's where they got the idea for the name.
Nice.
So I was 22 years old at the time, and I played piano for the group
Mhm.
also, primarily.
Mm-hmm.
And so the guy that wrote this song, his name is Johnny Jameson, that
Mhm.
put this record together. And the name of the song is called Every Time. It's a love
Mhm.
ballad.
Mm-hmm.
And Johnny wrote that, and then he helped me put this funk rag song together, little
Mhm.
trumpet
Yep.
song that we
Interesting.
put together. Yeah, but I was 22 and I had all my teeth then.
Oh, yeah.
I can't play the trumpet anymore.
Yeah.
You have to have good embouchure, they call it, But this is a wonderful memory of that time period. So Scott transferred this old 45 record, because he didn't even make 45s anymore. I don't know if they can see it.
Well, actually, I think they do. At
Let me,
least for as far as punk rock, they do make
They do.
45s.
let me
Yeah.
see. Let me.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna show off my tie first of all here. I've got this Bugs Bunny tie. This is the actual record that Johnny Jameson wrote, and it's an
I wonder
045.
if it would show up on YouTube or anything like
Well,
that.
it's on YouTube right
It is,
now.
okay.
Yeah, Scott was able to put it on YouTube, so I can put it on to you after the
Well,
show.
I'll check it out.
But that was a wonderful memory. I was young,
Uh-huh.
very young.
Uh-huh.
I wish I looked like I did back then.
I think you look fine now.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm 51 now. I turned 51 in December.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're a baby.
Yeah, baby. So I just wanted to share that. That was a fun memory, and just like you shared your Bob Dylan memories, and
You have a lot of good stories. You've
Well,
met
yeah.
a lot of people.
Mhm.
You've,
but that was the way it was then. It's different now in 2019.
Oh, so
It-
different.
It would be so hard to reach
Yeah.
famous people these days.
Yeah, yeah, it would be.
Back in the day, you could just walk on Hollywood Boulevard and see somebody famous and walk up and say hi.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do that anymore. I think that stars should be approachable.
Yeah, they should be.
some
A
are.
lot of them aren't. They just. I don't want to sound insensitive. It's like their audience put them where they're at.
Yeah.
They should be approachable.
Yeah.
A lot of them are just like entourage. You can't get
Yeah,
to 'em.
exactly.
I don't believe in that.
No.
You know that one guy from Motorhead, Lenny?
Yes.
He was very approachable. He was a very nice guy.
Yeah.
He was just, he lived in LA
Yeah.
and he lived in a little apartment.
Yeah.
He went to the, down the street to the
Yeah.
club. And just
Yeah.
I love Motorhead, by
I
the way.
think that famous
That
people.
I enjoy, Motorhead.
Yeah, I think when a famous person is approachable, you can just walk up and say hi to them for a few minutes. I think that's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah, we lost good frontman. What was his name again for the frontman?
Lenny.
Lenny.
Lenny. I
Yeah,
can't remember his
he
last name.
nor do I.
Think of it.
Yeah, he passed away of cancer. He passed away of cancer, but yeah,
And,
Lemmy,
you know-
Lenny, Lemmy. No, Lemmy.
Lemmy.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we've already, this is January 3rd, we've already lost 3 famous people so far.
Yeah.
The actor that plays Dave Osborne passed away.
We've lost a lot.
No, well, okay, in 2018, we lost over 200 famous people between actors and authors and directors
Oh, yeah.
and writers,
What?
and
How many?
over 200.
That we know of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Neil Young's ex-wife just passed away the other day.
Whoa.
Yeah, so that's like 3 or 4 in the first week.
Yeah.
So I guess the people from the 60s and so on, that whole generation,
Yeah,
they're all
yeah.
getting older and they're,
Oh, yeah.
we're losing them. I mean, we lost Aretha Franklin in
Oh,
2018.
that was sad,
We
yeah.
lost,
Mm-hmm.
oh goodness,
Oh,
Burt Reynolds, we lost him.
there was another African-American lady singer that just passed away too, and I can't think of who.
Nancy Wilson?
Yeah.
Was it Nancy Wilson?
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking at her on the computer just the
Yeah.
other day. Boy, that
Never
lady
heard
can
of her.
sing.
Never heard of her.
African American singer of the 1960s.
interesting.
I believe it was in the 60s, yeah. In her heyday.
Mm.
So it's just sad. And of
Mhm.
course, Mean Gene Okerlund.
Don't know.
He's the announcer for
Mhm.
the wrestling, WWF wrestling.
Oh yeah, yeah. I never was into that. That was just
The,
so
the announcer,
stupid.
yeah, we just lost him yesterday too. So wow.
Well,
I've never liked
speaking of-
WWF wrestling. I think it's horrible. Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna sick Hulk Hogan on you.
Yeah.
Speaking of people dying as celebrities and stuff, okay, and Bob.
Well, Bob's not going nowhere.
No,
I don't
but what I
think.
was going to say is, when Tom Petty passed away, I was at work.
Mhm.
I get a text. I get outside of work. I get a text from my grandson, and he
Mhm.
tells me on text. I'm like, all right, now you listen to me right now. I go, if I'm alive when Bob Dylan dies,
Mhm.
do not text me. You better send somebody with a car, and I need to be told in person because it's going to be, I'm going to take it hard.
Yeah.
That's how
You
much
do
I-
realize, God forbid, I hope he'll be around a long time, but if we do lose him, he's going to dominate the news probably because of
If I'm
his.
at work or whatever, and I
I
don't
mean,
know.
he got the
you know.
Did you hear last year he got the Nobel Peace Prize?
Yeah, did you hear what he did?
No, I didn't.
Well, he's such a, I don't know how to put it. Is he an anarchist? I don't know. He didn't care. They couldn't find him. And when they,
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, he's like, whatever, you know.
He must have
Yeah.
just disappeared on purpose, huh?
They didn't find him for a while.
To give him the prize, huh?
Mhm.
Have you ever seen him in an interview back when he was young?
Yes, I have.
Oh, he loved to give them.
Well, that's
I can't
because he
say
was
the
younger, but he doesn't give interviews now these days.
No, but I mean, he doesn't care about publicity.
No, he doesn't.
care.
I that's what history says about him. He is just a plain, ordinary, mild-mannered person who just happens to be very famous.
Yeah.
I mean, Bob Dylan is probably the most famous musician in the world today.
I did not know that. I did not know that.
But what, for the last, 50 years at least, I'd say?
Did not know that. I've never even heard his music.
Oh, yes, you have. You just probably don't know the titles.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they're using his music, in commercials now, I believe?
Oh, that's sad. I bet he doesn't like that.
Yeah.
Probably not.
And I'm bored by commercials. What happens, if like Star Trek The Next Generation is on and it cuts to commercials, I'll just go to a blank channel that I don't get so I don't have to watch commercials because I can't stand commercials. They bore me. And they sell a bunch of useless stuff that I don't need. And it's just an interruption in my TV viewing,
Uh-huh. Let's check our time. This is
Okay.
so fun. Okay, we still have some time. We have about 15 minutes left.
Is there something you would like to talk about? Would you
Well, we got some of these notes here.
Okay.
I'm going to be doing my stories later on for 2019. And I'm sorry, I took the wrong
No.
one here.
Oh,
Stan Lee is the very first person I want to do a story on for 2019, the creator of Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. Stan Lee, yeah.
Yeah, he created...
He passed away,
Yeah, we just lost him about a month and a half
Yeah.
ago. he created Spider-Man, which is his most iconic superhero. He created the Fantastic Four, the Incredible Hulk.
I liked the Fantastic Four. Yes.
Yeah, the Incredible Hulk, and Iron Man.
Yeah.
And lots of other characters, but those are the four main characters that he created. So I'm going to do a story on him later on today. And Monty Hall, you probably won't know him.
No.
He is the original host of Let's Make a Deal.
Did not know that, huh?
Yeah, everybody thinks of Wayne Brady because he's the current host, but no, Monty Hall started the whole thing way back in the day. So I'm gonna be talking
I
about
used to love that show when I was a kid.
Yeah, Let's Make a Deal.
Yeah, I've seen it. I never cared for it.
Well, no, we're talking about the original Let's Make a Deal,
yeah.
not the Wayne Brady version.
Yeah, I'm just not into game shows.
Yeah, but Monty Hall, he just brought that game to life. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, it was
And
so
all the
fun
people
watching.
would dress up and
Yeah, they would dress up just like the Wayne Brady version.
I never saw the Wayne Brady version. I only saw the
It's
old
just
one.
kind of an updated version, if I had to describe it.
But it's not.
It's good, but it's not Monty Hall.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like Drew Carey when he took over The Price is Right. He's very good at it, but there's only one Bob Barker.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. He's still
So-
alive, right?
Yeah, I think he's like 95 or 96 himself now. So, in fact, he hosted The Price is Right on his 90th birthday.
Wow.
I happened to see that. And it was cool because nobody knew Bob Barker was going to come out behind those doors. Everybody was expecting Drew Carey and now the host of, what is it? And now here he is. And then all of a sudden they said Bob Barker instead of Drew Carey. And Bob Barker walked out and that audience went nuts.
They didn't even know he was going to be there, huh?
I didn't know he was going to come out either. I just thought Drew Carey was going to come out. But it was Bob Barker that came out, and then Drew Carey came out after him, and they both hosted that. And of course, Bob Barker did most of the work. I think Drew Carey was a good sport to let Bob Barker do that. And then when they got to the the big deal or the prize or whatever that showcase, yeah, Bob Barker did that too. So that was pretty cool on his 90th birthday.
That's awesome.
I can't- this is hard to imagine being that popular, 90 years old. But, yeah.
I hope I'm still
Yeah, I'd like to be able to get around.
karaoke
Yeah.
and belly dancing at 90.
Yeah, if Bob Barker can do it, I'd like to be able to still play and get around. He's just an amazing guy. 1955, he made his national debut. Can you believe that?
Amazing.
I wasn't even alive in 1955.
Yeah, nor was I.
And Bob Barker's on TV there, so oh, gee whiz, amazing.
I hope Keith Richards and Mick Jagger are still around.
Oh, I'm sure
When
they
they're
will
90, I
be.
hope they're still
Yeah.
performing when they're 90.
Big Jagger will probably still be rocking, playing Painted Black at 90.
Yeah.
Hey, you know who's getting together for a tour? Again, Led Zeppelin.
I
is
heard
gonna
about that.
Do a tour, but it's going to be in Europe somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'd love to go to that.
Well, they'll probably post it on YouTube eventually.
Yeah,
or
but I don't want to go. I don't know. Jimmy Page is another one I really love.
So you never saw him in concert, huh?
No, there's a story behind that too. They came to, when I was living in Salt Lake, Led Zeppelin came every single year on my birthday. And the year that my sister said that she was going to take me to see him, there was a tragedy and they stopped touring that year. And they stopped
I can
touring
understand that.
for a long time. I can't remember if it was, I know Robert Plant had a child that died. I don't know if it was that.
Probably
or-
a family tragedy or something like that with one of the band members or something
or
like
the
that.
band,
Yeah.
I know the drummer passed, I don't know which tragedy, but it was a tragedy. So I never got to see them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, the only person from the 60s, I guess, that I got to see in concert, I saw James Brown in concert.
Oh, wow.
That was, and I actually got to talk to him. And the only reason why I got to talk to him was because he was friends with my teacher. So I lucked up, got to.
What did you remember what you talked about or anything like that?
Well, he was looking for a trombone player, and he asked me if I knew how to play the trombone. I said, no, I'm afraid I don't.
Yeah.
And on the inside, I kept wishing, I wish I could play the trombone in 1 minute or less. I would have taken that job.
Oh.
He wasn't looking for no piano player or any singers,
Player.
no trumpet players, trombone. Because he had a lot of trombones in his band.
Who's
But I
James
think-
Brown?
The singer, I feel good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know you know.
You probably know
most
these people.
you just
Yeah, their
don't know
music.
by
Yeah.
name. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I got to talk to him at the end of the concert. But what was interesting about that concert, he came out with the cape. You know how they did the cape thing? They put the cape on.
Yeah. And
He'd be crying.
yeah.
And then all of a sudden he bounced up.
Yeah.
He did not disappoint. Everybody was going like this. And I had a real good seat, so.
No, I think he was such an influence on
Yeah.
Prince, on
Oh, yeah.
Michael Jackson. Don't you think so?
Of course.
Oh yeah.
But you know who this is a trivia for you. Guess who's credited as starting the moonwalk? It wasn't Michael Jackson. It was, you want to take a guess?
I'm gonna say
Who's
Chuck Berry. No.
No, not Chuck Berry. You're kind of close, but not Chuck Berry.
Okay, good.
Cab Calloway.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's
Oh.
credited with creating the moonwalk because I have some footage of him in the 1930s
Oh.
when he used to walk backwards and spin around and all of that.
So that's where Michael.
Yeah,
got it.
they didn't call it the moonwalk back
Right.
then. And perhaps
Yeah.
Michael Jackson got it from Cab Calloway. I don't know, but they called it the moonwalk by the time Jackson did it. But history says Cab Calloway started, it, even though they had a different name at that time. They didn't call it the moonwalk. It was just dancing. Yeah, Cab Calloway.
Yeah.
Heidi ho.
Yep.
Heidi ho.
There's a guy at karaoke that sings that really well.
Is that the
too.
Minnie the Moocher song you're talking about? Yeah.
Minnie the Moocher.
I can imagine. Yeah. Minnie the Moocher. Yeah. What a legacy Cab Calloway left.
Oh,
you know.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, the first time I ever heard a Prince song, probably one of the few times, it was in 1984. I was babysitting this neighborhood kid, and he had found a Prince cassette tape, in a trash can. He hardly had any possessions, and a tape recorder. The tape was all kind of marbled, and we were just garbled, and we were just walking around the block, and he was playing, 1999, you were gonna
Oh, yeah, the
party like
party
it's
song, yeah,
1999, and he kept,
I don't know
and
how
he
to sing
kept
it,
shaking the tape recorder and making it all garbled. It was really fun, and he played it over and over and over and over and over again. I didn't
10
even
minutes
know
left.
who Prince was, but that memory will always stand. He was quite an interesting kid.
Throughout history, there's always been a few performers that stand out. What would you say? Cab Calloway, James Brown,
Prince.
Oh, definitely Prince.
Yeah.
And just a bunch of others. Oh, I was going to say, I also got to see Petula Clark in concert.
Never heard of them.
You know,
Right?
downtown, that gorgeous blonde hair lady.
Oh yeah. That's been
Petula
played.
Clark.
That was played on the Lawrence Welk show. Yes.
And and she did an outdoor concert, and I was pretty close, and I was watching this lady, and she was doing her hits of the past and the current stuff of that time. She saved downtown for last, and she did this extended version of downtown.
Oh, I bet that was a wonderful
Oh
concert.
my goodness! I mean, everybody was just like, Rosa listening, and I remember thinking, oh, I can't believe I'm watching Petula Clark
Yes.
in real life sing downtown. So those are the two famous people I got from the '60s. I got to see James Brown and Petula Clark, and I enjoyed that Petula Clark big time.
I
She
told
had
you.
that blonde hair.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Go ahead.
I got to meet another famous person. I met a few famous people, but the one that I really liked was I got to meet Cheech from Cheech and Chong.
Cheech Marin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a champion on Jeopardy. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, I saw him on Jeopardy. He was smoking those stars on there. You know when they have like the charity.
Yeah. I did not like the Cheech and Chong movies.
You didn't like that?
No, I did not. I didn't find them funny at all.
Okay, Cheech Marin sick him. That was a funny movie to me.
Cheech
Oh,
and
I
Chong?
know.
Ugh.
Yeah, that scene when those nuns pulled up.
We have need to get together and watch that.
They were
together
smoking
sometime.
weed,
Yeah.
and the weed went through the back of their exhaust pipe into the nun's car.
Yeah.
And the Hare Krishna, the
I just thought
DA
that was
and
so
stuff,
funny.
singing Hare Krishna.
Uh,
Oh, I love that.
But Cheech Marin, yeah, he plays Jeopardy quite well. I think he won that game too,
Mhm.
if I recall. It was, the movie stars.
Oh yeah.
They do charity and
Oh yeah.
stuff like that. And
Yeah.
he like
Boy.
outplayed those other stars by
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot.
Mm-hmm.
He's quite the actor, and he was on this detective show, if I recall.
I can't remember the name of it. but-
Was it
yeah.
Miami Vice or something?
No.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
It was
I
some
do.
sort of a detective show
Yeah.
where he did. I can't remember.
Either. Was it
He was very good in that.
NC? No.
I don't know. I can't remember. I'd have to look it up.
I never watched it, but I
Yeah.
watched all the Cheech and Chong shows, and I saw them live in concert. They did their stand-up in the 70s. That's where I met them.
I heard they did a reunion
I heard that too.
performance about a year ago or something like
yeah,
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And they were, oh, they're so funny.
Yeah, they're really, really funny. It's like watching, well, I don't want to insult them. I don't say Saturday Night Live, but more funnier.
Yeah. I don't
Way
care for
more.
Saturday Night Live either.
Well, Saturday Night Live was funny back
It
in the
was back in
day.
the day, and if I
40
lived
years
in
ago.
near New York, boy, I would have went.
Oh, I
See
would have
those
too,
guys.
yeah.
Oh, John Belushi and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even
Gilbert,
like the concept of the
Wayne.
Coneheads. I thought the Coneheads were stupid.
But that's when it was funny back then. The Coneheads and their news stories at the time, and they used to do the superheroes. John Belushi played the Incredible Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was fun.
And Rosanna Dennett.
Yeah. I think Saturday Night Live is just one of those shows
Yeah.
that people just put up with now and these days.
Yeah,
I don't think it's as funny at
No.
all as it once was.
No,
There's-
there are some good actors on there.
Oh, no, I
but
don't
yeah,
doubt
it's not
that,
as
but
funny as it was.
no.
you know.
There's only one skit on Saturday Night Live I ever liked. I was flipping through the channels. This was years ago.
Well, that show was over 40 years
Yeah,
old.
but anyway, it was about a game show that nobody could win.
Oh,
There was this.
We got 5 minutes.
Yeah, there was
left.
this game show nobody could win. Thing is, it was impossible. Thing is, if you were a contestant, the first thing you had to do if you wanted to win was get in a tent with a whole bunch of bees and see how long you could stay in there without being stung or just driven crazy. And he ran out because he was being stung and said that. And the host said, "Now that is the longest anyone has stayed in that tent with bees." Now, what color am I thinking of in my mind? And he said, the contestant said, yellow, and the host said, "No, so close. It was more like an off yellow." And the contestant asked, "Well, can I have at least a consolation prize?" And the host said, "No, you can't." What a horrible game show.
Well, another
That's the
funny.
one skit that I like.
Well, there was one other skit that I thought was funny on Saturday Night Live recently when they did their version of Family Feud.
Uh-huh.
Did you see that?
No, I haven't.
I'll just show
I
it
didn't
to you.
really watch it that
No,
much.
this was pretty good because they had Steve Harvey, the African, well, not the real Steve Harvey, that African American
okay.
actor, had his bald head like Steve Harvey, and
Hilarious.
they had one that was called the Williams Family, and another one was the Williams Family with another name, Williams hyphen another name,
Yeah.
and that African American actress Tracy, I can't think of her last name. She and her family, and what is that actor that had the accident? Tracy Morgan.
Oh,
Tracy
don't
Morgan.
know.
So Tracy Morgan had
funny.
Tracy Morgan was with this white lady that he was married to and her family against his ex-wife and his former ex-wife and children. So that's
That
who
would
it
be
was.
funny.
And they had this one scene where one of the kids from Morgan's first family went on the other side, and the mother was like, "What are you doing?" "I'm sorry, Mama, but these people are happy," because all the other people were all ticked off because Tracy Morgan had left the family, and they didn't think he was a supportive dad because one was taking clarinet lessons. And Tracy Morgan says, "No grown man should have to watch his kid play the clarinet in a recital." And just the way they presented it was really funny.
Yeah.
But Saturday Night Live as a whole is usually, to me, not very funny.
Yeah, I know.
But I mean, not like back in the day.
Yeah.
I remember I watched the first episode. I just happened to turn on the TV. I was in a motel.
Mm-hmm.
Turned on the TV and George Carlin was hosting, and I didn't know what it was, and I was like, and I was hooked.
Well, I saw they have Saturday Night Live season 2 on sale for $9. The entire second season at that Goodwill
Whoa.
store over
Well,
across from Rosar's.
You can also watch it on, I think Hulu or Netflix. I can't
Yeah.
remember one of those. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think you can also YouTube them too, some of the episodes.
I wish
Yeah,
they
we-
had the original Gong Show,
They probably will eventually.
They don't.
That's
actually
where,
have-
that's
they
where
don't
we
have-
got the idea of the Gong Show. Like this, we're in front of Bob Dylan right now, but Emmett and I came up with the idea when we lost Chuck Barris about a year ago.
Yeah.
And we put ourselves on the Gong Show. That's
Yeah.
how this whole green screen
Oh.
thing started.
And look at you now.
Yeah, now we're on the set with Bob
Yeah.
Dylan. We've been doing it like that ever since, because there's so many performers
Yeah.
and TV shows.
They did a revival of the Gong Show a couple of years ago, but
I
then
heard
they,
about
they
that.
canceled it, and I was disappointed. I was enjoying it. I always thought it was funny. I was loving it. It was a good revival.
That was a different time. They try to upgrade everything,
Yeah.
and then it probably isn't as good as the original.
I thought it was hilarious. Maybe it wasn't as good as the original, but I thought it was good enough. Some of those skits were so ridiculous that they did even with the new one.
Well, probably
It was
because
wonderful.
we have those shows like The Voice and all
Oh,
that.
yeah.
and that's-
Maybe you could incorporate it onto your show.
No, my show is serious.
Yeah, his show
I
is
actually
more.
haven't seen your show yet.
Yeah,
The
it's
awful
pretty
truth about
good.
What do
society.
you talk about on your show?
What?
What
The
do you-
evils of society, like school, the work, the government, child
Oh,
abuse,
alright.
and give solutions from a Christian and punk.
Yeah,
point of
he
view.
does it
Gets
from a
very-
punk rock point of view, but he gets really
Oh,
intense
really?
about it.
Yeah, the awful truth about society.
Well, we
I've been
can look
doing-
it up on a computer after,
Yeah.
because we're getting ready to sign off. You got any final words you want to say, Emmett?
Yes, there were these two washing machines, and they saw a hat in their way. One said to the other, "Is that in your way?" And the other said, "No, it's in your way, and it's blocking my view."
Well, I just want to wish everybody a happy 2019. This is season 17
Yeah.
of the Cafe, and brand new season, brand new year. And Rainbow, you can conclude it.
Oh yeah, Happy New Year! Thank you, Emmett. Thank you, Asaph, for having me. I feel
Yeah.
very honored to be the first guest of 2019.
And the first host of 2019
Oh, the
too.
first
Yeah,
host.
the first host and first guest.
And come belly dance with me.
Good. Well, I guess that's it. So until our next show for the new year, Maranatha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, you just stay seated there, and I'll shut everything down.
Okay. Oh, God. I love your shirt.
Wonderful, yeah. My sister gave it to me. Yep. Yep.
We should have showed it off.
That's all right.